What's up, Brawlhalla fans all over the world? It's me, Top Player Maltimum, coming at you with an advanced guide on how to play Sword. I have never really played Sword, but to be honest, that doesn't really matter. If I would compare playing Sword with something, it would be flying a plane. Start and landing is unarmed and the other weapon, but when you get the Sword, it's all autopilot up in the air. I know what you have to do and what combos works the best, so don't worry. With my help and a lot of patience, even a baby can get diamond. To start off, let's take a look at the sword characters in Brawlhalla. For better or worse, there are a lot of sword characters, so finding your perfect fit is gonna be no problemo. The only weapon who you can't play with sword is Scythe, but do not panic, Scythe players. You're way too good and smart to play a brain-dead weapon such as sword. Let's get into the hardest part of sword. What characters to play? Is Bowdvar. If you wanna be fast, fun and interactive, this character is definitely not for you. This guy is the character to play if you wanna look like a meathead. Whenever I see a Bowdvar, I instantly think of a meathead. Like if you think the same, and like if you disagree. For real though, Bowdvar is a very basic character. His sigs are good and straightforward, and he's easy to pick up. I would recommend picking him up if you're new to the game or just don't wanna think much when you play. If you ever play his hammer, side sig is the way to go, but to be honest, you should never not play sword. Easy to pick up, but also good at top level. Bowdvar is a character for the whole family. Next on the list is Hattori. If you think you're aggressive, but you're actually not, then Hattori is the character for you. Extra points if you're salty in chat after a loss. One of the best things about Hattori, there is something for all of us. You have the I'm either poor or I'm a smurf look, the I don't wanna use skins that other use look, the I want a skin but don't wanna pay much look, the in the shadows look, the weeb look, the I robot look, and the I buy all new skins look. Got the skins sorted out, you're almost good to go. When playing spear, all you really gotta do is sidelight on the ground or nair if you're in the air. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, because that's for another video. When you're on the better weapon sword, try and get some sigs in there from time to time. If used correctly, or to be honest, if only used, they can be a force to be reckoned with. If you like skins and to think you're flashy when you're not, then Hattori is perfect fit for you. Coming in at third is the knight in shining armor, Roland. With a great beard and 8 defense, this is the perfect character for people who want to get a feel of immortality. This guy never dies. His weapon combination is really strong at the moment, with both lance and sword being top tier. His sword is just like everybody else's sword, with one exception, his down sig. This sig is one of, if not the best sig in the game. It hits mid-air targets, it hits straightforward targets, and not only that, the shit hits stacked targets as well. If you ever play Roland and don't abuse this sig, you're not truly optimal. Someone tries to attack from the air, down sig. Someone tries to attack from the ground, down sig. And if some actual madman would close in on you, just hit that bitch with another stacked down sig. If you by some weird reason don't have a sword and you have no clue how to play lance, just throw that shit and hit your opponent with some unarmed. If you miss a lance weapon throw, you're beyond saving. That weapon is fucking bigger than Eram's afro. Cruising in at number 4 is Thatch. Everybody's favorite pirate, even though nobody plays him. If you wanna play sword, but not get a lot of hate, then Blackbeard is for you. Though you won't get hate, you won't get elo either. This character is bad, or as bad as a character with sword can be. Which is not bad, actually. He got some good stuff, like sword downsig, but other than that, he just doesn't have what it takes. His stats are bad, and his other weapons' guns are bad. Not only are they bad, but they also suck. Playing guns is like playing a scythe, with lower range and less string potential. But enough about that. If you ever find yourself with guns, throw that shit away, and go unarmed. You're gonna thank me later. If you by any chance still wanna play Jack Sparrow, after all this shit, then these tips might help you. Try and surprise your enemy with your high force, and in some cases good sigs. That's actually all I got. Next up is everybody's favorite cat, Asuri. If you want to look like someone who only thinks of doing cool guitar strings, and probably saving clips for that mediocre montage? Wait no more, we got the perfect character for you. This cat is actually really good if used correctly, but maybe not the best if you just want to autopilot. And let's be honest, that's what Sword is all about, baby. If you have played for a while, Azuri can be a fun pick, but if you're more of a beginner, there are better options available. While the Azuri is busy fishing for that downlight down air combo for that sick montage clip, you can be playing Hattori and just downlight recovery these animals. Though, if you choose to play Catwoman, always think about your offstage play. Both our weapons are good at it, and let's not forget about Qatar neutral sig. If you ever play against someone who is dumb, which is often, then go for the neutral sig. On stage and off stage, this sig is the perfect noob killer. It got an insane force if hit by the edge or off stage. If you master this sig, you can get diamond in no time. Coming up is Koji. If you sexually identify as an attack helicopter and are interested in Asian history, this character is for you. Both Yasuo's weapons are great in the air, and that's all you want. If you're not on the BCX highlight video and jerking off to LDC, you're not a real Koji player. This is just the kind of guy you have to become if you want to start playing Hanzo. He got a great stats with a lot of dexterity, which makes him the perfect character to spam with. If used correctly, shit ain't a handgun, let me tell you. It's a fucking machine gun. His sigs are pretty straightforward. Side sig goes forward and neutral sig works as an anti-air. However, we don't talk about this down sig on Sword. As one of the worst sigs in the game, for the love of God, please don't use this. If you're patient and don't use the down sig, you're gonna climb the ladder hella fast. While playing bow can be hard at times, it becomes a fairly easy task when you can just spam side air. Also remember to use the plank. It's a great kill move, even though it got nerfed a lot. God bless your soul, Dobrin. What it really comes down to when playing Samurai Jack is how much you're in the air. The more, the better. Yala. In contrast to Roland, this girl always fucking die. If you wanna feel how it is to die at orange and spit that hot fire, Ragnir's human sister is perfect for you. She got good weapons and good sigs, but her downfall is her low defense. This, however, should not discourage you to play Yala. The only thing you really gotta watch out for when playing her is getting hit. Use her fast sigs to your advantage and try to mix it up with your light attacks. If played correctly, you might not die at orange. I can't guarantee that though. Playing axe when you don't have sword is one of the more easy things to do. While they are in the air, you downlight. And while they are on the ground, you either sidelight into downlight true combo or jump and simply dare. When mastered, it's gonna make your opponents feel helpless. And trust me, I have played against M4 Mini and that shit is not something I would recommend. But enough of that shit. The weapon we are all here for is our Lord and Savior Sword. Last but not least, we have Val. This android is perfect for the people who want to hide their sword meatedness and make people actually believe they are gauntlet mains. Shout out to my third place boy Adomestic, big fan. This is the character to play if you're down to sig spam. Her sigs are in my opinion the best sigs in the game and they go so fast. This is also a great character if you want to play Azuri, but Qatars are a bit too hard for you. While Qatars are Lego, gauntlets are like Duplo. Now, on how to play this android. With gauntlets, all you really have to do is downlight sidelight. When you got that going, you're good to go. When you have the more superior weapon though, try and use your sigs as much as possible. Honestly, all you have to do is side sig. If they're on stage, you can side sig. And if they are off stage, you can also side sig. With the exception, if they like jumping over you, just hit them with a classic neutral sig. Now that we're finally done with the hardest part of Sword, picking a character, we can finally go into the not so hard gameplay of the weapon. Before I go into the advanced game plan though of Sword, there is important combos or combo you need to know. There's really only one combo you need to know about, and that's downlight into recovery. This is a true combo at all colors and a great kill combo. I know this sounds too good to be true, but your ears are not lying to you. Whenever you get a downlight, always go with the recovery. This is the only combo you need to know if your only goal is diamond. Now, if you really want to get in depth with sword and get top 8 in big tournaments, these two combos are for you. The first one is downlight into side air. Now, this combo you have to do correctly for it to work. And let's be real, that's too much to ask for when it comes down to playing sword. Therefore, I would recommend not going for it. The other combo is down air into recovery. This combo doesn't work at all HP, but it's the closest thing to something flashy you're gonna get with sword. Good luck with learning all these combos. And remember, it might be hard at first, but when you really get that downlight recovery kill up top, that's when you're addicted to the way of the sword. When it comes down to gameplay, I will keep it short. What you need to do is stay in the air. The only times you're at a disadvantage is when you land and when, for whatever reason, you aggress. This is key for a healthy swordplay. While in the air, space with fadeaway sairs, and if your opponents are not optimal and actually attacks, hit that bitch with a down air. This is all you really gotta do when on stage. A good tip is to always neutral light if you miss an attack. This makes you a lot safer. But don't be afraid of being off stage. You got your get out of jail card, sword recovery if something goes wrong. And all you gotta do when you're above someone is to dare. Now, you can get advanced and throw in a ground pound somewhere in between your dares, but in my opinion, it just makes things more complicated than it looks. If you follow all these steps, your matches should be looking something like this.
That graph that Creed hates because there's no like actual like numbers or values or anything.
Meanwhile, Boomy's over here just sharking in games and saying, I'm gonna win anyway, dude.
Boomy's like legitimately doesn't even have his hands on the keyboard. Boomy didn't have his hands on the keyboard. Not sure if he was busting out the cell phone or something.
I wonder, look, you can see his eyes darting back up from his phone.
Homie's texting in the middle.
That's all from me today, guys. Follow these simple steps and you're gonna be diamond in no time. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and if you actually want more of this shit, comment on what it should be about. Until next time, bye bye.